In Brisbane, Sooty's still stuck in the drain.
Coming.
And he's up to his neck in water. This could be Sooty's last chance. He is old and unwell and may not be strong enough to get out.
Come on, puss.
Ooh.
You got a carry cage, someone?
After 2 days, Sooty is finally out.
All right, good girl. So, mate, can you just put that lid down on her?
But he still has a battle ahead. He's cold and wet and hasn't had food for days.
You can see the way his skin falls back in place. It's falling back very slowly. It's a good sign of dehydration.
We'll take him down to Burndall Vet Surgery where he normally goes.
Yeah.
They'll perhaps put it on a drip or
Possibly, yeah.
Otherwise it might have to be put down.
Some of these bunnies will be lucky and some won't, depending on their health.
All 41 of the surrendered rabbits have arrived at the Melbourne shelter to be examined by vets. The grey female with the infected ears is first to be checked.
As you can see, they're not really used to being handled very much. Oh, poor bunny. I know. It's very sad.
Her infected ears are so damaged, she'll have to be put to sleep.
We still won't be suffering in those filthy cages anymore.
But the RSPCA have got to some of the rabbits in time.
They're very friendly, aren't they? Coat's quite good, there's no flaking, and none of the ear infection. What we'll do is we'll probably actually quarantine them for another week or two, and then they can go up for adoption. Yes.
Nearly so
You'll get a nice new family.
Even before his ordeal in the storm drain, Sooty's been a constant visitor to the vet, suffering from serious illnesses.
Yeah, good, thanks. All right, so what's happened with Sooty?
Okay, well, Darryl went missing for about 2 nights. We couldn't find it. And last night we found it down the storm drain.
Okay. We'll just check him over.
It's okay, Soots.
Sooty is dehydrated. I think the main plan for us at this stage will be to get him rehydrated.
Yes.
So that's just with some intravenous fluids. So we'll keep him over the next 24 hours.
But it's far from certain Sooty will pull through. His ability to recover is seriously affected by pre-existing conditions.
I am concerned for Sooty because he has feline AIDS, which means his immune system is compromised. He also may have a cancer called lymphoma, which is also affecting his immune system and his ability to fight off infections.
For Sooty, the next 24 hours will be critical.
That's all right. Come on, Soot.
I don't want you going back in there.
The gates have been closed to the factory, so the kangaroo can't go back. But at the moment, he won't be guided towards bushland about 500 metres down the street.
At the moment, he's challenging me. I'm trying to get him to sort of go that way so he gets away from where he was stuck in the first place, and he's just doing the, don't come any closer, I'll kick you, so...
The frightened Roo is standing his ground.
No, it's okay. It's all right. He's challenging. If I take another step towards him there, he's going to come back at me. They stand on their tails and kick with their back feet, and they try and grab you with their front paws as well.
Disoriented and confused, his survival instincts have kicked in.
I also don't want to stir him up too much at the moment. You can see he's starting to breathe a little bit heavy, so I'm not going to annoy him too much. Come on, keep going. No. No kicks, just go. Because I know their behaviours and things like that, like I'm watching his ear twitching at the moment, so he's sort of looking behind, hearing what's behind him. So I know that's the way he wants to go. He doesn't particularly want to come my way, but he's proved me wrong.
The kangaroo jumps past a closed entrance to the factory
Don't.
and enters a distribution centre next door.
He's just run straight into another fenced-off yard here, which is not what I wanted at all.
A community of kangaroos live 500 metres away from this industrial estate, where this one is trapped.
Back out the front. I don't want to pick you up again.
Amanda's trying to guide him out with the least possible stress.
Make me, aren't you?
For now, she's taking a gentle approach.
Come on, darling.
But with the gates of the property about to be locked, Her time is running out.
Not back in there. I might just have to grab him, I think, because he's lovely people here want to close up shop and he's just not cooperating. Come on. This way. Good boy. Go, go, go. Not on the road. He's out. Most of these places now have closed and shut their gates, so I think for his welfare, I'm just going to leave him. I don't want to stress him out anymore. He's not showing signs of myopathy or anything, so that's great. This particular area here is less than 20 k's from the CBD of Brisbane, so we do have quite a lot of problems with animals like this that, you know, people have encroached on their territories, and unfortunately the animals are the ones that suffer, and we have to help them. But I'm glad this guy looks like he's got out of there today and back to his mob.
Sooty had to spend 48 hours at the vet, but now he's fully rehydrated and back home, to the enormous relief of his owners.
He came home, walked around my legs purring. We had quality time patting, and then he went to sleep because he's a little bit weak still, but very content to be home.
Sooty still has health issues, but with his owners' constant love and attention, he's got much to look forward to.
We know he has a battle ahead of him. We'll do the best for Sooty. He's been by our side many a time. He's stood by us, so we'll stand by him.
The RSPCA has taken the man who hoarded the rabbits to court. He was charged with 26 counts of animal cruelty and, under a diversion program, placed on a 1-year good behaviour order. He's had to dismantle his cages and been prevented from acquiring any animals for 1 year.
The owner was cooperative with our investigation, and we're hopeful, with the support of his family, that he won't reoffend.
Sadly, most of the older rabbits had to be put to sleep, but almost all the little bunnies survived, including this white one, who's attracting great interest in the adoption area.
Folks, what's in there? He's beautiful. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it, Rivey? I think this would be a good choice, this rabbit. What do you reckon?
I think it would be a good friend.
OK, this is the one for us.
Next time on Animal Rescue, we'll bring you some extraordinary stories of survival from the Australian bushfires. This injured Roo won't survive long unless the RSPCA can catch him and give him urgent veterinary care.
On the tail.
And you'll meet farm animals, beloved family pets, and all kinds of wildlife who made it through this terrible disaster with help from the RSPCA and countless volunteers and community groups.
Real naval-based crimes told firsthand by the people involved. Real NCIS tonight at 11 here on PIC.